keeping you informed, prepared, and connected. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay.
Right now, groups are helping as families clean up and dry out from Hurricane Helene. I'm Courtney Robinson.
I'm Frank Wiley. I want to show you those recovery efforts in just a moment, but I want to show you this right here because within the last 30 minutes or so, all southbound lanes on the Skyway Bridge that you're looking at back open after a car fire that you see on your screen right there. Burned out. The car is still on the side of the road, causing traffic to slow down right now. Not clear what caused that fire, but troopers say, fortunately, no one was hurt. Meantime, as we speak, FEMA crews out across the Bay Area assessing damage from Hurricane Helene and helping neighbors apply for assistance. That includes grants for temporary housing, home repairs, and loans to cover uninsured property losses. That is now available for 7 local counties. Also this week, President Biden planning to visit impacted areas, but details on when and where still being worked out.
I want them to know we're not leaving until the job is done. I also want you to know I'm committed to traveling to the impacted areas as soon as possible, but I've been told that it would be disruptive if I did it right now. We will not do that at the risk of diverting or delaying any of the response assets needed to deal with this crisis.
Governor Ron DeSantis has already made several stops across the state, including a stop in Steinhatchee about an hour ago. He and Trinity.
Link you with resources that are available, not just government resources and not even primarily government resources. We were with Operation Rubicon in Pasco County. Got a lot of need for muck and guts there. They perform those services. There's other services that are available, and we're going to funnel that all through Hope, Florida.
And you can see that number that you can call right there, 833-GET-HOPE. The Hope bus in Bradenton is open until 5 o'clock tonight at the State College of Florida. Trinity's is open right now at the YMCA of West Pasco until 2 o'clock this afternoon. We
definitely need hope in these times. And as neighbors clean up, the good news is we have lower rain chances today. Meteorologist Amanda Pappas joining us. What's up, Amanda?
What's going on, my friends Frank and Courtney? So happy to be with you today and happy to say that for those cleanup and recovery efforts, we have great conditions out the door. It's nice and dry. That'll allow for all of these homes and businesses and properties to finally dry out after and I just want to take the time to say thank you so much for trusting us. We're going to be here with you before, during, and of course after the storm and all throughout hurricane season. So we continue to see that we do have temperatures that are going to be in the 90s for today. So yes, those recovery efforts, it looks good because it's not going to rain. However, it is going to be really hot for those demos and you're working outdoors. Make sure to stay hydrated. It'll be feeling like the triple digits. We see those temperatures taper off slowly, and we do have, I would say, realistically only a 20% chance for rain for today. So that's the good news, right? Now, in other news, we do see that 20% chance for rain could lead to a little bit of a warm up, right? Or excuse me, cool down. And then we also see that we do have more conditions on the way heading into this weekend that are going to get better and better. We have your live camera showing us that it's completely dry anywhere that you look. Take a look at those. Give me 1 second. Here you go. So what we have is going to be a lot of sunshine all across the Sky Camera network. Take a look for yourself, seeing that sunshine, and that gives us that hope, especially after such a devastating storm. Coming up, though, I'm going to be breaking down the tropics. We do see a couple more areas of interest we got to keep a close eye on, along with your 7-day forecast, all next.
And Amanda, in the last hour, Pinellas County emergency managers giving an update on the efforts to help neighbors recover and rebuild. They plan to open some of the beaches to visitors tomorrow, but they suggest not going out there unless you need to. They are offering free food, water, and tarps for folks on the barrier islands. You can also apply for help through FEMA.
FEMA's not going to make you whole from this disaster. It can help offset. And for those of you who are not insured, it will also help provide some assistance to you.
The county is also asking anyone who has sand on their property not to dump it on the beach. Happening in the next hour, a FEMA center will open in Hillsborough County. All of this coming as county leaders just extended the state of emergency. The center will start at 1 inside the Hillsborough Community Center on Watson Road in Riverview. It will open at 9 in the morning for the rest of the week.
Right now in Tampa, the mess, the damage, the loss from Helene cannot be missed. There are piles of brush and belongings in front of home after home. This right here is Davis Islands, things people have worked so hard for. now litter the sidewalks as people work to get their homes clear to avoid that mold, mildew, and further damage. Neighbors say they're working to get back to a new normalcy.
Today we took the kids to school, which is good. It brings some normalcy back into your life. My kids do baseball, and right now it's trying to clear everything out of the house. Last piece of furniture, we're not saving anything, it's all gone.
City workers tell 10 Tampa Bay that garbage crews started the debris pickup in some of the hardest hit areas this morning. Of course, they're going to keep working all throughout the week. And remember, no matter where you are, you do need to separate into piles: vegetation, furniture, construction, and then appliances.
Yeah, talking about it in the newsroom, trying to recalibrate. Meantime, flooding from storms like Helene can cause significant damage to low-lying areas. Brandon
Lewis from our Verify team looks into whether traditional home insurance plans cover damage from floods. And if you see something you would like us to verify, you can email your questions to us, verify@10tampabay.com. You can also text us. We have the number right there on your screen, 727-577-8522.
We got your back there. Meantime, Helene's destruction stretching out hundreds of miles. Still to come this midday. What is being done right now to deliver supplies around the southeast?
Plus, a home for injured birds in Pinellas County now needs your help. Still to come, what you can donate today as this seabird sanctuary begins to rebuild.
Download the 10 Tampa Bay streaming app to stay informed, prepared, and connected through the storm. Just search 10 Tampa Bay on your streaming device. Look for this logo and download it for free. It's that easy to stay informed, prepared, and connected. 10 Tampa Bay closed captioning is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Help those affected by Hurricane Helene. Give to Feeding Tampa Bay. 10 Tampa Bay with Courtney Robinson, Frank Wiley, and Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins.
Right now, millions in the southeast are recovering and searching. Hurricane Helene is blamed for at least 116 deaths, including 11 in Florida. Others are still missing this noon.
Yeah, this is a familiar sight across the way to CBS's Nicole Valdez shows us state agencies are stepping up to help.
For years is turning to the community for help. My Warriors Place in Ruskin provides a retreat for military veterans, first responders, and their families as they cope with post-traumatic stress. Helene damaged most of the nonprofit's cottages and is now they're working to rebuild. Floors, furniture, air conditioning units were all damaged and destroyed. They had just finished getting back to normal too after Hurricane Idalia dealt that same blow. 10 Tampa Bay gave My Warriors Place a $9,000 grant to help with those efforts. And now they face the tough task of rebuilding again.
Yeah, I'm hoping that people out there realize how much this is needed, how bad it's needed to help those that have made it home.
Founder and Gold Star mother Kelly Kowal says that they're going to have to cancel some reservations for now as they work to restore these cottages and try and get the programs that they do run back and operational.
Of course, this touching everyone. This afternoon, a Pinellas County bird sanctuary also looking for your help to rebuild. This after Helene. Seaside Seabird Sanctuary and Indian Shores flooded during the storm. The birds are okay and are now living in temporary homes, but the buildings took a lot of damage with debris and sand all over the place after floodwaters receded.
Donations are our biggest need, just because there's so much remediation and things that we're going to have to just start from the beginning.
There is a long list. They say they need towels, trash bags, work gloves, and other cleaning supplies. So you can also support the sanctuary at a fundraiser Wednesday night at Mad Hatter's Tea Bar on 28th Street North in St. Pete.
Taking a live look right now out from St. Pete Beach, and a reminder that the beaches are closed to visitors today as crews are still out there assessing damage. Meteorologist Amanda Pappas is here. And Amanda, taking advantage of the fact that there is not a lot of precipitation today.
Thank goodness. We see clear blue skies. That's exactly what we want to see. Exactly, because we want to dry out. You saw how much water we saw. The surge, we knew that was going to be the biggest threat. And so I'm really happy to say that today, thankfully, this is going to help a lot of those first responders and everyone else that's helping the volunteers.
Sunshine.
Yes, sunshine. It's the hope that we need and we're hoping for, of course, throughout today. Now, those rain chances are not going to stay low forever, so try to get as much much done as you can today. I know I was helping my own friends and loved ones too with their cleanups, and it's a long road. So please just really try to stay hopeful. We're going to stay positive, and don't worry, 10 Tampa Bay's got your back. Myself and the rest of the weather team are going to stay with you all throughout the storm. So what we see, a couple of showers offshore right now, but other than that, only a 20% chance for rain today. Overall, we're really seeing very dry conditions, which is good. We need to dry out. However, with less rain comes more of these hot and humid conditions, right? So it's going to feel really sticky outside. So we see some of the showers that are moving in from the Gulf over the water, and then they're going to continue to move towards the north and east at this time. And one or two of them could have a nice little heavy downpour in there. Now, Citrus County, we know, received 9.5 feet of storm surge, meaning that water was so high and realistically caused so much flooding and damage. So we don't want to see too much rain for them, but those showers do help cool you off a little bit. And shout out to the Bucks, that win yesterday. You can see Ray J off in the distance, looking great. We're looking good. My dress is pretty much matching the color of this map today because it is that hot outside. Already at 94 for Land O'Lakes, 90 for Valrico, 90 for Fishhawk, wider lookout. You can see 87 for Brooksville, 92 for Lakewood Ranch, and 88 for St. Pete. And look at Futurecast. We really see a lot of sunshine heading into the next hour, but a couple more of those showers are going to happen. So we have out of the Gulf are going to help to push over some of those showers into our area. So they're going to move those tiny little stray showers from the coast to more inland. Most of us are not going to see a drop in terms of showers unless you're east of I-75. Then you get lucky and you can maybe see a quick little downpour at best. Best chance for that happening from 4 to about 7 o'clock tonight. And then we wrap all of that up and we drop those rain chances to 0 heading into the overnight hours. And then early tomorrow morning, we could see a stray couple shower or two throughout the morning hours. So just a heads up there. So to recap for you, today is going to be hot, dry, but still pretty humid out there. So for the demo or any of the construction or cleanup that you're doing, we do see that we have high temperatures in the 90s. So just make sure to stay hydrated as you're helping those and trying to get everything back together. And thank you so much again for trusting us. Of course, we're going to bring you the latest tonight. We do see 77 tomorrow. We're going to be at 90, but those rain chances go up. So we want to give you that heads up so that way you're informed, prepared, and connected, of course. And we see our marine forecast has a nice light chop, but we know all of the strength behind Hurricane Helene was because of the Gulf temperatures, and they're still very warm, and we still got 2 months left in hurricane season. So speaking of which, we now have Kirk that just formed. It is a tropical storm. Now it's thousands of miles away from us. This is not going to be an issue here, folks. That's not the one I'm watching. The other one I'm watching too, right off the west coast of Africa, that's something long term. Yes, we're going to turn our attention to. Joyce is going to be out of here pretty soon, but the one I'm watching is over towards portions of the Caribbean. Take a look at Kirk's track. It's tracking right back out to the water, which is great news. Meanwhile, this area of low pressure could be what comes next. This is where we actually got the previous system from, Hurricane Helene. So here's the American model. It wants to pull up something, a low pressure system, by next Monday, Tuesday, potentially impacting the Panhandle. And then here's a European starting to try to jump on board. It has an area of low pressure that's going to try to come for Tampa. But either way, it looks like a very weak system. We have a lot of time to figure out exactly what it could be, the impacts it'll bring. But for right now, it just looks like a pretty big rainmaker for us heading into early next week. No major hurricane or anything like that I see in the forecast, so that's promising. But hey, a rainmaker looking good with highs in the 90s and lows in the 70s.
We have breaking news right now, just into the 10 Tampa Bay newsroom. There is a missing child alert right now for 2 17-year-old girls and a 6-year-old boy out of St. Pete. Please stop what you're doing. Come over, take a good look at your screen right here at these children. They are looking for Kevin Riley, Kiara Riley, and Janacia Young. The children were last seen on 13th Avenue South in St. Pete. Investigators say they may be in the area of 15th Avenue South and 31st Street South. Again, if you see these children, if you know anything, please call police. We'll be right back.
Meteorologist Amanda Pappas here, giving you a look at what we could see in the future. So heading into next Tuesday, yes, the tropics are still active and we could see a low pressure system come and impact the state of Florida yet again, but it would be a much weaker system. We're not talking any hurricanes, nothing like that, but potentially a tropical storm, not out of the question, mainly just a rainmaker. And both the European and American model are showing that lower rain chances though today for those recoveries.
All right, thank you so much. We're going to be back here for a special hour at 3 this afternoon as we continue our coverage. Thanks for joining us on 10 Tampa Bay.
See you in just a bit.
10 Tampa Bay Midday is sponsored by West Shore Home. Call for a free quote.